See if that changes anything.
What's up? Can you guys hear me? Assuming so. Josh, is the audio coming through?
We're gonna check that out.
Cool, we're gonna check that out.
Good to go.
Good to go. Cool. So in the storefront, why don't you keep the 20% off on each consecutive stay on it supply? I currently purchased my TPC in 3-month allotments to get the cart Rogan discount combo. The advantage of the stay on it program is lacking. Curious as to exactly what you mean there. So I guess you're saying that there's a way to get with the Rogan discount and some other discounts stacked, it's better than the stay on it discount. I'm assuming that's because I'm assuming that's because you're buying in large enough bulk to trigger the buy more, save more and some things like that. But anyways, I'll look into that. I mean, the stay on it should be the best price that you can get, and that's how we tried to figure it out. But if it's not, we'll get to work on that. So thanks. Just to go back and say, yeah, Black Friday sale is going to go off, and as far as companies undercutting us on Amazon, it's something that we're trying to police. It's not something that we're doing. It's not something that we're allowing. Obviously, stores buy the products in bulk, and they buy them at prices that they can make money on in the stores because they're acquiring customers, they're advertising, they're doing the things that stores do. But some of these stores are not really stores, they're just Amazon fronts, and they've tricked us, or it is a store and they're also selling on Amazon. So we're doing our best to police that because it's bullshit. We're happy to sell to stores because they do good work in getting the products out there and merchandising them. But these other Amazon retailers are just kind of parasitic to the system. So it's a bummer. 3 books I'd recommend for business. To be honest, I don't read a lot of business books. I think the 48 Laws of Power is really pretty valuable because eventually you'll end up negotiating with somebody who's a little bit unscrupulous, and having that at least as a defensive model, I think is really important. That's Robert Greene's book. But I generally think the more you focus on your internal, how good you are, how clear you are, how conscious you are internally, the easier all aspects of your business is going to be. So I don't really focus too much on business books, although I did listen to a speech from Bob Pittman, who's the CEO of iHeartRadio, and I really love what that dude had to say. And if he wrote a book, I haven't had a chance to check, I just heard him this weekend, but if he has a book, I'd read that book because that dude is fucking on it. He's someone I really, really admire and emulate. Are there going to be any advantages to loyal customers like this group moving forward? We receive discounts to get us here, but I don't see a strategy to keep us or to utilize us as test markets or other avenues to reward and maintain the loyalty. We're always thinking about different things for you guys, and we have some plans in the works, but I'm open to ideas as well. I mean, obviously there's still discounts. Obviously I'm chatting to you now to get feedback. I'm not doing that with other groups. So, I'm willing to add my value. My time is my most valuable asset, and try and chat with you guys and try and figure out what you guys want and what makes sense. And you brought up that idea of test markets. I think that's a cool idea. We've thrown that around. I think the issue is generally by the time a product's ready for us to launch, we're so excited about it that we launch it immediately as soon as it's ready, because we're fucking stoked. So, but again, yeah, I mean, we're always looking for new stuff. So if you have any other ideas, just put them up on here and we'll check it out. Have you given any thoughts to franchising the Onnit gym? Absolutely. That's why we're doing all these certifications, is we want to develop, master trainers to run our gyms. That the CrossFit model of just coming in for 1 day of training and then opening up a CrossFit gym, that's not how we're going to open up our academy. We want really top level training to be provided to all the people coming into an Onnit gym, so that they stay safe, they reach their goals. So we're getting close to turning out, you know, master trainer levels. So if you're interested in that, you know, start going through the certifications, and the franchising will start. We're getting some of our internal systems kind of set up as well to allow for better utilization of that. Any plans in the near future to partner with float tank centers? We've already done it. We're partnered with Zero Gravity Institute on the manufacturing of zero gravity float tanks. So if you're interested in float tanks, and I think they're making the best tanks in the world, Zero Gravity Institute, they're badass. And so those will be ready. We're going to have an Onnit version coming out where we're either going to wrap it or do something aesthetically different to it to make it really cool. Maybe like an audio visual package that goes with it. Some cool stuff like that. So that'll be coming out in the near future. Binaural beats, that's not really an Onnit question, but if you go to aubreymarcus.com, those are ready now. I'm a big fan, but that's more on my personal side. But you can check those out. What exactly changed in the mix of the EGN? I had a, whoa, where'd it go? What exactly changed in the mix of the EGN? I had an older one that was much more green, and the new versions I received were more reddish, and the flavor has changed. Labeling the version of the mixes on the bottles. Yeah, that would be a good concept. Obviously, we changed the back label, and we changed a lot of things about this label, so we didn't think about it like, but doing it like in a versioning system, like 2.1, 2.2, that definitely makes sense. We're coming out with some new flavors to the EGN that are really quite good, actually. A natural black cherry and a natural lemon mint, and I'm stoked for that. That's going to be really cool when that gets ready. Oh, you asked what exactly changed. The variety of different ingredients changed. I think we have like a post about that where you can read exactly what changed in that. But we added moringa. We reduced the purple corn. We added a few other really high value nutrients that are more broad spectrum. The purple corn was great for its antioxidant value, but we still have enough of that in there to carry that, and we just wanted to supplement with a lot more other broad spectrum ingredients. Added some prebiotics in there too, like Jerusalem artichoke. Could allowing Master Legend status members to stack the coupons we provide in each level change? I think we allow some of the stacking of the coupons with regular coupon codes. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but I'll look into that for sure. Let's see. In your response question about the Stay On It discount, yeah, I mean, ideally the Stay On It discount is the best discount available. So I'll make sure that all of that makes sense. So after this is done, I'll have a meeting with the team, and we'll make sure that all the discounts are providing the best advantage possible. I live in a small town in northern Ontario, Canada, and it's difficult with shipping duty to get Onnit products here. Yeah, I mean, kudos to you for reaching legend status and ordering all your stuff to Canada. I mean, it's awesome, and I know it's expensive. The issue is Health Canada makes it pretty difficult to distribute products from within Canada. We've been trying to work that out, but it's just a ton of work. So, you know, it's still on the top of the list though. And as we get bigger and as we get more customers in Canada, it becomes to make more financial sense. But, you know, my goal is to have Onnit products available cheaply and effectively to every person in the world. So it's not just a financial priority. It's a general, you know, human interest priority that everybody can get our products for pretty cheap. Let's see. So thank you for the military discount and active duty discount. It's that one. I think extending the discount a little deeper would be great, especially when Joey Diaz offers the same percentage off. It would make it exclusive. Cool. That's a very fair recommendation. Making sure that the military discount is higher than any of the standard coupons that are available only makes sense to me. So definitely check that out as well. When is the melatonin coming back? We're working on that. We weren't happy with the manufacturer came back to us and didn't like the way that they were making it and wanted to use some excipients that we weren't very happy with. So we're just sorting that out now so that obviously the melatonin was great and I really like that product, but I'm not willing to put in excipients that actually make the tablet that aren't going to be good for you. So working on redesigning that, but it's a big one. I still take melatonin and I'm actually using like old legacy bottles of the melatonin that we used to make here. So it's a top priority for me because I'm about to run out. I'm about to eat the last of the world's supply of the old Onnit melatonin. So we got to sort that out. What's on the horizon for Onnit? Any Southern California appearances? I'll be out in SoCal probably for the entire month of January. So there'll be a lot of podcasts going down. Hopefully hop on with Joe, hop on again with Duncan and Daniele and the whole crew out there. So yeah, I'll be out there. Also be out in Vegas for the Conor McGregor fight. That'll be pretty fun. A flat discount for everybody who reaches the legend status, much like what you do for the military. That's an interesting idea. I don't know how we would keep it exclusive to the legends, though. As far as the checkout process would be, that would be something that we could look at with the team. So, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about the discounts, and obviously that's one of the most obvious levers to pull is give you guys more money off stuff. But as we're here chatting, like, what are some of the other cool things that we could do for you guys besides just offering more and more money off? Because eventually that's an unsustainable process. We can't just keep pushing that line farther and farther and farther. I'll definitely take a look at it, and I definitely want to give you guys all the advantages because you deserve it. But what else is there that we could do? Also, did you guys get Lewis Howe's book? We should have sent that out to you guys for free. Let me know if anybody got that. My thoughts on xylitol as a sweetener because I can't stand stevia. Yeah, xylitol's pretty good. It depends on how it's sourced and how it's refined. I mean, that makes a big difference there. I particularly don't like it. What I like best is the Lohan. So if you've tried the HempForce Active compared with the original HempForce, you'll notice a whole different sweetener profile, and that's because we started using the Lohan monk fruit. And I think that made a huge difference. So we're really looking into that. It's not 0 on the glycemic index, but it's very low glycemic and doesn't have any of the bitterness that the stevia does. So definitely, if you haven't tried the HempForce Active, check that out because I think you'll be very, very pleased with that. What's up, Andrew from Dallas? Holla. Is there another product coming out that is comparable to Onnit 180 since it's all done? Well, since you asked, this thing is coming out really soon, Alpha Brain Instant, and it's fucking awesome. 180 had a few other things in there, but this is really delicious tasting and really works well, and that's going to be coming out in December. I'm starting to use the Alpha Brain Instant every day. I fucking love it. So that's going to be part of the replacement to 180, and then we'll look at some kind of hangover stuff as well. Custom Legends shirts and stickers for Legend status. We just had a meeting about that, and that's something that we're taking a keen eye on. We'll have a special Pro Team shirt and a special Legends shirt is the goal. So I'm glad you mentioned that because that was something that we had in mind. Has anyone looked into a Joe Rogan head kettlebell? I don't think he's down. He laughs whenever I mention something like that. Joey Diaz is down, though. We did that mock-up for the Joey Diaz hundo. he's down as fuck. But we may do that at some point. We got some cool new kettlebells come out though. I can't talk about them now because they're still too early stage. But I think you guys would be stoked. Surveys to help drive product direction like a focus group. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I'm into it. Okay, so you're saying you didn't get the book. So I'll definitely check on that because you guys should have gotten a book from us. Education certification program online for those who sell your products. Float centers again. Yeah, that would be a good plan. Getting some kind of online education program would be really valuable. If you need help though, our sales team and our customer service team is definitely very capable of chatting with you individually and helping you out if you're a retailer for our product. What is the most difficult yoga pose I can do? I don't know. I mean, what qualifies as doing a yoga pose? I mean, I can approximate a lot of them. I don't know if I can do any of them quite right, but I definitely breathe and I sweat and I work through it to the best of my ability. Let's see, my hips aren't that flexible, so it'd have to be something, not involving the hips. But my hamstrings are very flexible. So I don't know what would be the most difficult. Probably just breathing and doing any of them. But I love yoga, and Black Swan Yoga is doing some amazing shit. So I'm really stoked about that. That business is just a real pleasure to be a part of. All right. Have you watched Sweat Inc. on Spike? No, I haven't. I probably won't be watching Sweat Inc. on Spike either. I'm not a big fan of the host of that show. Let's just leave it at that. Some of the questions here are like popping up in the middle of the feed, which is like real odd. But anyways, yeah, see, these are like old questions, I guess, because they're getting upvoted.
Yeah, people are upvoting them.
So I guess we can go for, it doesn't really help though, because I've already answered those. So my response about the stay on and discounts, I've already answered that. Can we sort these a different way?
Answered questions?
No, because I'm not selecting them and all saying done on all of them. I guess so the way, so sorry guys, I'm just learning how to use this properly. So I guess the proper way to do it would be to select all the questions that I've said and then say done, and that way the questions go away. And that way I'd be able to actually see what questions there are. Additional sideboard options going to be available, different size balls, half balls, etc. Yeah, let me hold on one sec, I'll show you that. So we're thinking of doing a smaller board with a smaller ball. We're choosing color now and trying to sort that out. I love the sideboard. I think it's dope. So, but anyways, what color you guys like? I think the yellow is pretty fresh. Green's pretty fresh. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, we're gonna come out with that eventually. These are kind of handmade out in SoCal, so it's gonna be a little bit, but we're gonna have a smaller sideboard. Those are dope. ETA for my book. So I'm on my second revision right now, which is pretty hefty. So when I'm out in Cali in January, I know that I'm gonna have time to hunker down and write. So I'm hoping to get my second revision done from there, and then I'll be on to line edits, and then I'll be on to publishing and formatting. So I don't know. It's kind of my first go at the process, but right now it's on me. So I got to sort that out. What's the status with Nick Curson? Yeah, I mean, he's a badass. So we're still kind of chatting, and he's busy. I think with RDA getting ready and doing, getting ready for his fight. He's super busy. So that's going to be a minute, but I'll keep you guys posted. But we're implementing a ton of that stuff in our Onnit Academy already. So I've kind of met with the team, everything from foot strength to the kind of principles. We're very, very closely aligned, but at the Academy, we're always interested in getting the best people that are available. So mark them answered. Yes, thank you for that. Just sorted that out. I take at least one Alpha Brain every day. Is this okay? Do you do this as well? I do. I was just answering this question to Vice Motherboard this morning. So I usually take 2 to 3 as like an acute dose, like anytime I'm doing something like a podcast or I really need to focus. And then anytime that I just want to like take my, daily pack, I'll just take a single Alpha Brain. And it's just, take that more in like the vitamin capacity, whereas I take like the more acute dose, 2 or 3 pills as more of like a performance enhancer. Already answered that. Yeah, just working my way through the questions that I've already answered. Along that line, is it good to cycle off of them for a couple weeks at a time? I think in general, I mean, a couple weeks might be extreme, but in general, it's good to give your body breaks from everything, including food, including turkey sandwiches, including whatever you're eating. It's just makes sense to help give your body a good variety of things. So is it absolutely necessary? No, probably not. These are natural ingredients that are beneficial to the body, but giving your body a rest is something that I recommend doing no matter what it is, except for maybe like water. Probably don't give yourself a rest from water. All right, I'm going to try and pick another final question or two here. What is my high intensity interval training recommendation for fat loss? Well, I mean, you're asking for like a specific type of set or something like that? I mean, because high intensity interval training is generally the recommendation. So, there's tons of ways that you can do that. We've had a lot of great success at the Academy with a variety of different methods. And I think the key is to mix it up, and make sure that you're using large muscle groups and using them in the correct way. Depends on what implement, depends on what you have, depends on where you're at. There's a million ways to do it. Tabata training is great. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Do 20 rounds of that. That's one of my favorite set schemes to do. And I do them with kind of any implement. Set the round timer. Round timer is an app on your phone, so you can just hit that up and give it hell. Or check out one of the DVDs that we got. I know the Primal DVD is good, but we're going to be putting a lot more effort into like getting more like ready to go workouts, whether it's apps or some other stuff, ready for the future for sure. WEC method ropes. Nope, haven't worked with that, but I'll check that out for sure. Alpha Brain works for you 2 at a time. Dope. Yeah, the exercise database, making that more user friendly. I think we need an app. I really think that's the next level that we got to take this at. So I'm definitely down with that for sure. Is creating an app. Protocol for taking a tour, getting a workout, and just come in, man. First workout's free, and you know, you can check out the facility, see what we got going on. So just stop by. We're in the office from Monday through Saturday. Cool. Well, it's 12:30. Thank you guys so much. I'll definitely take your suggestions to heart. You know, work on the discounts, make sure that those are all giving you guys every advantage possible. I'll check up on the book that was supposed to be delivered to all you guys. Look at exclusive shirts, focus group, you know, all of these things. These are things that we've discussed before. Exclusive stickers, exclusive patches, obviously you guys already have. And just kind of figure out the best way to, you know, best way to serve you guys. I mean, you guys are the family here for us at Onnit. So immense gratitude and appreciation, and you know, look forward to continuing to serve you in any way we can, and making sure we keep having these conversations and just keep in touch. So, you know, if you have any other legend friends, let them know next time too, because this is a great way for me to actually get in touch with, you know, the most important people in our customer base. So thanks for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. And much love, everybody. Peace.